the focus in practice today, just coming off last night?
Well, I think, again, we focused a little bit about positioning in the D zone, and that was the main thing. A little bit about what Colorado does in the neutral zone and how to break that. And but we didn't want to be out there for an hour today. We just did a half an hour, and hopefully it was upbeat and the message was good, and they got it, and they'll be ready for tomorrow.
A couple of guys in the dressing room talked about needing to do their own job and not try to do too much or try to help their teammates. Is that what you're seeing as well in terms of?
Well, that's what happens when you duplicate, and what I mean by that is two guys on one guy, and instead of letting him do his job. And that's one of the things where when we did that drill where we stopped in our own zone, it's all about doing the right thing and not chasing the play, instead of having the play come into the five guys and being tight rather than spreading out. When you spread out and then all of a sudden they throw the puck in the blue paint, it's difficult, and that's where we're getting beat, in the blue paint.
How big a part of that is needing to have trust in your teammate? He's going to do his job and you can do your own.
Well, I think that's a big part. You know, I mean, the groups have been together long enough that they should have trust in their partner. The lines have moved around a little bit, but we played in duos most of the year, and they should know and trust each other. So, I mean, I'm hoping they do. I mean, I can't read their minds sometimes.
Barrett wasn't playing in Carolina, obviously, Bruce, and he said they played a different system there. And of course, same with Stillman. Should that adjustment period be over for those guys?
I would hope so.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
Is Dermott joining you on this trip?
I don't even know. He's not playing, but I don't know if he's joining us. But I think they are. I think they have something scheduled in Vegas, so I think they want the whole team there.
Bruce, is the challenge playing aggressive in your own end, making it difficult for guys to get in the blue paint, anywhere near it, but also staying within themselves and playing their system? Are you seeing that issue with your guys?
Well, I mean, playing within themselves is always one thing. I mean, you don't want, say, Luke Shen trying to deke out four guys in your own zone and going, and he does it simply. He just gets it, and he moves the puck, and he knows what his limitations are. Some guys try to do too much, and I think this group tries to do too much because they want everything to work out well, and just understanding the process of what happens. If you just do your job, do it right, and usually good things happen after that.
It's like Niels Hoglander skating with JT and Bo again. What makes that line successful when Niels? What does he have to do?
We don't know. We haven't seen it being successful yet. So, I mean, and these lines today, I would put them together just so you don't read anything crazy into it. They might all be changed tomorrow, but Lazar hadn't played center, and I wanted him to get a few reps at center, and when he does that, then all of a sudden it has to move there's a lot of moving parts that go with it. It's just not one guy going in. Somebody has to go in his line. Somebody has to move forward on another line. So that's what I was thinking. But the whole point was just to let Curtis have some reps at center, because he was a former center, and we love him, what he's doing on the wing, but if he gets a chance to play center, I want to see what he's doing.
What do you want to see from guys, Bruce, who are kind of tweeners? Like they're not Quinn Hughes, they're not big guys like Stillman and Bear. What are you expecting from them?
I think the most important part is simplicity, and if we don't notice them, that's a really good game.
Elias Pettersson has been playing such a strong two-way game. He's been very good on the penalty kill. Is there a thought towards using him more in the defensive zone, using him more in a matchup role?
Well, I mean, if you use him more in the defensive zone, I mean, one of his greatest assets is his offensive capabilities. But I mean, the other part is he can improve on faceoffs, and we don't want him just to be a defensive stalwart. He's been doing great in his own zone, but we use Bo, who's our best centerman, at faceoffs in our own zone. So I mean, I think that makes more sense. But I mean, Petey's done everything we've asked of him and more. I mean, defending and offensively, there's not too many like him, I think.
What puzzles you the most, Bruce, about this club? Because we see sports, we play really good hockey. We see the team that played so well for the end of last season. Then we see the continual letdowns. What puzzles you the most right now?
What pleases me the
Puzzles
most?
you.
Puzzles me? That we don't really know it's a 60-minute game yet. We still think it's 50 minutes long. And the breakdowns. And I think what we need is we got to get mentally tough when we've got those leads, because it's been frustrating when you've blown 7 third-period leads, and good teams maybe blow 1, 2 in the course of a year. That would mean we'd have 12 wins, 13 wins right now, and well, that would put us. Everybody would be saying things differently about us, but it's not. But if we ever can find that that potion, that cure, and defending the lead, and then I think you'll see us winning an awful lot of games. I think the Buffalo 5-1 loss. There might be another one in there that we weren't in from the beginning, but every other game we've been right there till the end. Even the Boston game, I thought we played really well, and maybe the Montreal game at the end was the other one. But so we just got to find that, that little bit. I don't think it's 50% better, but if we're 10% better in a lot of these situations, which I truly believe we can get to, I think we can still got lots of time to be successful.
A lot of guys talked about being excited to play this defending Stanley Cup champions. How good is that for your group to have that type of challenge right now?
I'd really rather be playing a junior team. No, it's a great challenge. And I tell them it's a great challenge. And you either can do one of two things. You can fear the challenge, or you can embrace it. And doing things that people don't think you can do has been my greatest thrill personally. And I try to relay it to the team. Is if people don't think you can do it and you do it, it's way more satisfying than just accepting it as a norm.